Strolling by the beach, past the Jaffa clock tower, and into streets we couldn't even remember, despite the advice to stay in the hotel. And so much more on our second day in Tel Aviv. We at the pantry all to ourselves. Earlier, we went out for a walk to look for a place to eat, but we couldn't find any. We ended up buying a few items from the grocery, including cereal and cup noodles. We thought Tel Aviv would be like Dubai, always busy, where activities go on around the clock. It was nice to see that Shabbat is still truly observed here. It's beautiful to keep traditions like this, especially in today's fast-paced world. Most cities often caught in a cycle of constant hustle, with no time to pause, reflect, and simply rest. The WOM Beach Pod Hotel is consistently clean, with a calming and relaxing atmosphere that we really enjoyed. It had that kind of vibe that made us just want to stay in, relax, sleep, and then rest instead of going out. The shower was seriously the best, strong water pressure, and super refreshing. Book lovers are covered too, there are books available. Breakfast was included in our stay, and we'll be having it at the cafe right downstairs. We each get a meal and a drink included. This cafe isn't big, but it has a warm, inviting vibe with modern wooden accents, perfect for a quick stop or a quiet moment. Outdoor seating is available, letting you enjoy the city's lively rhythm. Salmon has always been Paul's favorite, so it didn't surprise me when he chose the salmon croissant sandwich filled with omelet and mushrooms, smoked salmon, cream cheese, green onions, rocket leaves, seasoned with salt and black pepper and served with a fresh green salad on the side. I, on the other hand, went for the chicken salad tender, hot chicken breast cubes mixed with white cabbage, red onion, carrots, and potatoes. Sautéed on the plancha, tossed with fresh lettuce, tomato, parsley, green onion, and rocket leaves, all brought together with a light olive oil and lemon dressing and served with sourdough bread. Aroma is known for fresh, nutritious meals, and we definitely tasted that in our food. Paired our meals with peach iced tea. We both really enjoyed what we ordered, and back in Dubai, we found ourselves craving the same freshness we tasted in Turkey and Israel. I think the Tel Aviv sky is one of the brightest and clearest. Oh wait, I think it's actually the brightest and clearest I've ever seen. Kaufmann Street in Tel Aviv is a scenic coastal road along the Mediterranean, mixing city life with seaside calm. It has wide sidewalks, bike paths, and easy access to Clore Park, the beach, and cafes like Aroma. The street is lined with modern buildings, green spaces, and has a relaxed, open vibe. Though near the city center, Kaufmann Street feels spacious, breezy, and close to nature. Clore Park is a sprawling 30-acre seaside park with wide green lawns, playgrounds, walking paths, and beautiful views of Tel Aviv and Jaffa, perfect for picnics, exercise, and relaxing by the sea. Clore Beach, also known as Alma Beach, adjacent to the park, is a tranquil, family-friendly stretch of soft sand and gentle waves. It's less crowded than the central beaches, with dog-friendly areas, basic amenities, and a peaceful promenade perfect for sunset walks. Back to the hotel. We're just going to chill here while the sun's still out. The pantry is open 24/7. Kudos to whoever designed this WOM Beach Pod. They really made the most of this space, but it doesn't feel cramped at all. The touch of natural elements, indoor plants made it feel extra relaxing. Table tennis is one of Paul's favorite sports. Good thing one of the staff was up for a game. We play too, but it really hits different when your opponent actually knows how to play.
Lagay mo sa table.
Need to return the racket after playing. Board games are also available. Quick nap to recharge for our walk later. Prepping for our afternoon walk. Back at Clore Beach, where the sun's still shining bright, and the place feels even more alive now with more people around.
Amoy mo. Kahit may instinct mo.
Clore Beach is dog-friendly. We saw people hanging out, walking their furry buddies, and playing with them by the seashore. We reached the north end of Jaffa Street in Old Jaffa. This four-column structure is a classical-style installation, resembling restored Roman columns. It's part of the city's effort to preserve Old Jaffa's rich heritage, adding a timeless touch to the square. The four columns stand close to the Jaffa Clock Tower. Built between 1900 to 1903, is a historic landmark at the entrance to Jaffa, one of several Ottoman-era clock towers in Israel. It was funded by Jaffa's Jewish, Arab, Armenian, and Maronite communities as a symbol of unity and progress. The 28-meter limestone tower has multiple clock faces and stained glass windows, with restorations done in the 1960s and 2001. This area around the Jaffa Clock Tower has its own unique charm, surrounded by cafes, shops, street vendors, and old stone buildings that give it a historic vibe. The square is also a popular gathering spot for both locals and tourists. Earlier, Kabayan messaged us. He asked where we were, and at the same time, he advised us to stay in the hotel as much as possible because there have been violent clashes near his area. When we checked the news, we found out that a riot had broken out in Tel Aviv between rival Eritrean group supporters and opponents of Eritrea's regime during a pro-government cultural event. The clash injured over 140 people, including some police officers, and the Israeli authorities quickly moved to crack down on the asylum seekers involved. What started as a political gathering ended up becoming one of the most violent street confrontations among Eritrean asylum seekers in Israel. Kabayan and his group couldn't go out. Actually, they didn't want to for safety. Yesterday, he also mentioned that we should avoid a particular area with a specific racial community. But our adrenaline and our love for walking win. Plus, we really wanted to go back for the Filipino food we had yesterday. So we aimed to head towards the Central Bus Station Mall. Even though Kabayan told us it usually only happens on Fridays, we still wanted to try our luck.
Ha?
2.7 kilometers. Pero mabilis ang lakad mo.
At yung sinasabi niyang old houses.
Sa akin to, 15 minutes. Tsaka, yun yung lugar din na come and go lang. No? Nag-stay pa talaga. Tapos naikot mo yung sentro ng Jerusalem.
We've been walking for around 45 minutes now. I lost track of the streets we passed through, but I'm pretty sure we passed by the very area Kabayan told us to avoid. Some of the spots we passed by today were super quiet, almost empty. Even more so when we were heading back to the hotel. Maybe it's because it's Saturday, or maybe Tel Aviv is just different from what we thought. On the way, we just took random shots. On the way back, we barely recorded, we just enjoyed the walk. Unfortunately, there was no Filipino market today at the Central Bus Mall. The vibe was totally different compared to yesterday. It was much quieter. We walked another 10 minutes to check out another popular Filipino restaurants here. There were a lot of Filipinos too. These meals are totally for cheat day. The crowd purely Pinoy. They even have a photo wall, and one of the pictures features Aiza Segura, a well-known Filipino singer, actor, and former child star. The flavors were fine, but personally, we enjoyed the food at the marketplace yesterday more. By the way, on our way here, we passed by a street with lots of broken bottles and shattered glass. We figured that must have been where the clash happened. We came across quite a few areas with walls covered in graffiti. We spent more than 2 hours just walking around. We're back at the beach, ready to spend the next few hours swimming, enjoying the view, and just soaking in the vibe.
Lolo. Ada mo? Down. Lumakoy ka, dyan lang. Walang mainit ba?
Oo, naglilikom na siya.
please don't forget to subscribe and hit bell button of Paul Tonet for more videos.